Hello, I would like to share with you my story of living with and then ridding myself of the diseases Crohn's and colitis. My name is Richard Verkley, and these videos chronicle my journey to ultimately beat and heal myself of these very diseases. My wish now is to help you or others that suffer from these diseases by letting you know there are ways to heal this disease without surgery or medicine that in the end will not only rid you of these diseases, but improve your overall health tremendously. So thank you for watching. Okay, this is day 160. In the last video I talked about, I was going to talk about stress and sort of, the workload and I think the effect of that. Now, in order to do that, I got to give you a little bit of background. I came back from the water fast, as you remember. It took me a little while, but got back on my feet and was feeling exceptionally good, and had a couple setbacks along the way here, but overall been growing, getting stronger, feeling better, sort of charged up, supercharged compared to how I was when I had the Crohn's and the colitis, because it was just consuming my life energy. And so I came back and I, really struggled with this for 4 or 5 years, and I downsized my entire life, sold all my assets, was really just struggling to survive, and learned how to start up a few businesses sort of along the way that were internet based. And so when I came back, I more or less embraced that with super energy and went right at it and started up 4 different businesses all simultaneously. And they're all internet based, but they did require a lot of work, and I just felt like I was up to the challenge. And so I'm here to tell you today that I've gone too far and pushed too hard, and really was going 12 16 hours a day sometimes. And I've just found that I'm not fully recovered. Mentally, boy, I am enthusiastic, but physically my body is still holding me back, and I've decided to listen to it. This is something I probably didn't do very well in the past, and that was listen to what my body was telling me. And my body's telling me I'm getting exhausted again, and for the first time I feel like I'm actually declining. I've felt up till now that each and every day was bringing me sort of better health, and I don't think I'm sort of reducing the quality of my health. I'm still eating great. I'm doing the right things. I've fallen down a few times, as I've told you about in these videos, and one of them was a super scare, but in the end, I have, this fire burning behind me, and that is I'm just about out of capital in terms of, getting these businesses up and running. I've lost millions over the years through the disease and trying to get healthy, and like I said, I'm back up and I'm running, and I've got this fire burning behind me that's, get these things off the ground, get the cash going, and try to dig myself out of the financial hole now, now that I've, dug myself out of the health hole that I got myself into. So huge challenge right now, feeling a lot of pressure, but I've decided I'm just going to have to back off and sort of come what may. If it slows the project or it slows the cash flow of any one of these things, I'm just going to have to deal with it when it gets there. There's no use in pushing myself to the point where I get myself sick again. I mean, I have to say I have great fear of that, and recognize that a couple weeks back when I said I had done some drinking and it had set my system off. Now the nice thing is everything's back to normal, and obviously you can rein it back in, but there's a lot of pressure, and there's not a lot of ways to relieve that pressure in a conventional sort of means. And I walk 6 miles every morning. I miss once or twice a week, so you can say 4 or 5 days a week I'm still walking and getting out in the fresh air and doing those things. It's just I have found myself working from pretty much 7 in the morning till sometimes 12, 1 o'clock at night, and getting up and doing it again. So I need to back off and take my full weekends and get some rest, and once again, it's this nature, the personality type that wants to go, and cut checks that my body can't cash. And the only difference this time around is I'm actually paying attention to what it's telling me. So in the last 2 days, I've been really taking it easy and backing off, and I plan to sort of continue to stay modified like that until I feel like I'm climbing or gaining again in terms of overall health, rather than, you know, feeling at this moment like I'm too tired, I'm beat up, and I'm actually draining myself of energy and life. So the businesses are just going to have to wait, and so is the cash. And I'm talking with my wife right now, considering selling the house. I think this is one way that we can sort of, you know, maybe mitigate some of the pressure, knowing that, you know, we have some cash left in that, and then that'll be our last, you know, bit that we've hung on to, is a little bit of equity that we haven't mortgaged out of the house at this point. So it feels pretty bizarre to talk about these sort of things, but I think this is real life, and it's things you can get caught up in by trying to heal yourself and get, you know, bring yourself back from such a horrendous position where you're bedridden, to the point where you're healthy, but now the cost of that has been rather extreme. And, you know, that's just not, you know, fiscally, but, you know, mentally and emotionally, and, you know, all of these things that I talk about in the video series. So that's it. You know, once again, just wanted to be straight up and honest with you as to what it's taking and sort of the pressures that are involved. And I know, you know, each and every one of you, your lives are different. Some are definitely going to be worse than mine, and some are going to be better. But we're all struggling to get to the same place, and we're all going to need the same sort of disciplines and the mental strength to sort of get through all of our challenges, whether they're fiscal, emotional, or financial, or family, whatever that happens to be. You know, you're going to need the resources, and that's why I'm doing this, just to tell you, you know, you have to be prepared, and it's all about keeping yourself, you know, mentally strong. And I mentioned a couple of videos back that I'm developing a training program for that, and one I used to teach business owners in order to make them successful, and that was how to, you know, deal with stress and prepare themselves mentally to run and operate a business. And I really find that this is no different. So I'm working on it. Just thought I'd let you know it's coming, and you know, hopefully we'll see that sort of in the next 30 days or so. So thank you for watching. Thank you for watching my video. If you found this helpful or informative, please come to my website at www.colitisandcrohnsdisease.com, where you will also receive a free gift. Thank you.